Well, hi guys and gals, it's me, George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man. And today we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to remove and replace the governor gear on this Kohler K301 engine that I'm rebuilding. And I looked high and low on YouTube, and ain't nobody shows you how to remove it and replace it. So that's what we're going to do. And it's actually quite simple. Of course, it's simple when you get to it, but getting to it is another story, because you're going to have your engine pretty much all torn down, because it's buried up inside there in the gully, in the gullet, in the gut of your engine. There it is. That's the original one in place. And let me, I will take out my new one that we're going to replace it with. Everybody told me, oh, you got your engine all torn apart, you better replace that gear while you're in there. Well, it's in functioning condition as it is, and I see them being sold used on eBay, but you know me, I try to cooperate. So here's what I have done. I have bought a new gear, just like that. And how they work is that this button in the middle here, when these weights swing out, it pushes that button up. And when that button pushes, and I'll show you a little bit better when we get that one out, it pushes against a little plate that's attached to this rod here, and it turns this plate. And that plate in turn turns the arm for the lever for the governor, which is attached in turn to the carburetor, the throttle assembly. So we're gonna just do the gear for now, and let's get the camera down here, and I'll give you another shot up inside. Now we're looking from the bottom end of the motor. You can see the cylinder there, and where the camshaft goes, and where the push rod, the lifters go, and there's your gear right up in there. Now, remember I said that on that rod there was a flapper down inside? See that? When that weight springs out, it pushes that out and pushes on that flapper, which in turn turns the rod up top, which is connected to the arm that connects to the carburetor. So we're going to show you how to replace that gear, and it's not rocket science, but if you don't know how to do it, it can be behoodling. You know what I'm saying? Now the first thing you got to know, that on the outside of the motor, right up there, next to the rod, there's your gear down inside again, and there's the rod coming up that has the flapper on it that the governor piston, we'll call it, pushes against the flapper. Right next to it there is a Phillips screw, and we have to remove that Phillips screw. I've already loosened this up, and it's not just any old screw. It's a long screw. Can you see that? See how long that is? Let me back you out here a little bit. See how long that is? Yeah, there's my finger next to it. And that goes down inside there, and it keeps your gear from sliding off of the shaft. And I think the easiest way to do this is with a pair of long needle nose pliers like this, and you just gonna go right up inside there, and you're gonna grab a hold of that gear and slide it off. And if you're not fumble fingered like me, you slide it off and slide it right out just like that. Now this one doesn't have a spacer on the back, and I don't see one up in here either, but the new one came with a spacer washer. I'm not sure why. Here's the new one, and here's the spacer that came with it. I'm not knowing if I should put it back in there or not. They seem to be set up exactly the same. You know what I'm saying? So, I guess I'm going to put it back in without it. It didn't have it originally, so I'm going to put it back in without it. I'm going to reverse the process. I'm going to grab a hold of my gear here. And you don't have to worry about being timed up or anything like that. I'm going to take it back up in there. You slide it in. If your hands don't shake like mine, it's not a big deal. You put it right on there like that. And then we're going to come back up top. And we're going to take our screw and drop it right in there like that. Snug it down, and there it is. It's all in place, and it's going to stay right there. Well, I don't know. I'll put the old one back in there. Seems kind of floppy to me. Yeah, it's not near as floppy as the replacement one. Yeah, let me show you a couple of things here. I'm going to put the old one back in. Let me show you this. See how floppy that is there? Here's the original one. Ain't no play in that original one, none at all. They stick a little bit. If I use some penetrating oil on them, I think I can get them to loosen up. I'm putting the original one back in. This thing is a piece of junk, as far as I'm concerned. Yep. Oh well. Didn't come so easy, but it ain't going in. I think if I put this one in, I would end up with it blowing apart. So be aware that maybe replacing your gear is not the best way to go. But now you know how to replace it. So thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing, thumbs up, sharing, all them good things. Until next time, this is George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, saying thanks for watching.